With the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Hattiesburg for some time. They're up by 17 over Illinois. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed on the outside, it's Green. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
The Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field.
Got his man in the middle.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
He's going to let it go, and they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Bruins in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. The throw. Makes the grab. It's Russell. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Hauls it in. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Off the play fake on 1st down. They get to him as he throws.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bruin.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll take another shot here. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Now the play fake. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. First half in the books. Time down. Join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hokies will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Quick release by the QB. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets the back moving. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on 3rd down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll leave it with him. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Lofts one high and deep. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. And his receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking for room. It's Russell. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Trying play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the right. And they exploited that soft spot. And they get it down to the 35.
This defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open. And as a result, it's an incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Russell. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Bruins back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Overton. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun to give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins!
And with that drive, you start to get excited. You start to think about the bounce back from a week ago. Went on the road, tough loss, you get to come back home. And this team has really been a different team today. Nice performance after a heartbreaking loss last week.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Coming out with it, it's Holloway. And the ball is loose on the return. Recovered by the kicking team.
Oh, and that is so close. That was almost 6 on the board for the return team. That is a game-changing type play. You change the momentum, you give your own team a spark with a return like that.
After that big play. They're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, UCLA! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the field because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Holloway. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Using his legs, it's Overton. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have...
There he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And how about the third down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the third down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
On the play. Brings up second down.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
The Hokies will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the returner will be brought down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. He'll try the left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Second down coming up.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't.
Into the secondary on the right. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They'll try the run. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
They'll run play action. Pulls it in. It's Staples. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Scanning the field, it's Iamalayama. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad day, but that was a good play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tries to do it himself on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it on the outside. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
He's not afraid to go deep. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains.
Charcoal! Charcoal! Charcoal!
Trying to get it to the marker. Got enough for the 1st down. After the filthy move, he's got room. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the board.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Into the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the